get what you wanted out of it?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, a lot of positives come from this game. Like I've been telling Coach, I mean, you can't simulate what we went through in that exhibition game with it being close like that and us pulling through in the last 4 minutes. I mean, I think that says a lot, and it shows the growth that we have as a team that we've made so far. So, I mean, you can't really simulate that. Everything's against you. Everybody would be against you. I mean, you lose that game, everybody's tweeting about it. It's all over. So, I mean, to fight through it and to push through it shows the growth of this team.
How much do you guys pay attention to that? You talked about
you know, to us, it really doesn't matter too much. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, we want to be rated high and have people feel good about us, but being the underdog sometimes is actually can be a blessing in disguise. So, I mean, some teams, in this case, we weren't the underdogs, but going into the conference we will be. But I mean, it kind of gives us a little look at how we can come and try to scare people.
Now, that first exhibition, I wasn't here for the last one, but the first one I remember it was close, and really the second half, the first few minutes, you guys shut them down. That was the positive. From this one, it was close throughout. In those two games, was there anything where you guys took back like, whoa, we really need to tighten up the ship in this department?
Just communication, tighten it up on D a little bit. I mean, we can score points. We just got to make sure we're communicating and holding each other accountable and putting everybody in the right positions. And as people saw that came through the game, the last 4 minutes of that game where we normally don't do well, we actually did well. And to be that close and to win by, I don't know, 10 points, or I don't know how close it was to that, but I mean that shows how much growth this team has made.
And you speak to you lead into my next point. Last year, you guys weren't able to close out games well, and I know it's just an exhibition. This was a team that you were supposed to beat, but still to be able to do that in a game setting where they're trying to beat you, they're not laying down for you. That's probably a big step. You feel?
Yeah, it was definitely a big step, and that team was hot too. So I mean, these are all guys who play basketball, and when you get hot, I mean, everything was going in. If they were watching some of the shot selections that they had, I mean, you may say that would be a bad shot if they missed it, but it was just going in. So I mean, when they're having those kind of nights, you just got to kind of weather the storm and just stick to a 6-year game plan, and that's what we did, and that's why we came out with the win.
How about gelling as a group, getting Angus back? Daniel back, sort of trying to find a rotation. Are you guys? Is it taking a little while longer to gel than you thought, or were you guys?
No. I still think we're gelling just fine. Like I said, I mean, it's come down to it's a team thing. It's not any one person in particular, any two people in particular. It's us as a team. So we just gotta keep communicating, keep going hard, and once we do that, we'll be in the right spot and we'll be able to shut people down.
Opener Sunday, home, Gil Coliseum, Coppin State. What do you know about Coppin State? Obviously, you guys had that tough loss to Towson last year, so you probably aren't sleeping on anybody.
No, we're not sleeping on anyone. We're not taking anybody lightly. We know we got to come to play, and we know we're going to get each of these teams in the preseason's best. So we're preparing for it, and we've been through a scouting report, and I'm just excited to go out there and just compete. I mean, that's what I love doing, and it's my last year, and I love being out here with these guys, so I can't wait to compete.
You said this team can score points. A lot of that falls on your shoulders, and there are some current concerns that maybe there's too much weight on your shoulders, that all the scoring is going to be in your hands, so to speak. Are there guys that will create their own offense like you can?
I mean, I can score, but I mean, I can score because I score points because these guys can score. I mean, we got to get that straight first. I mean, a lot of people see me putting up numbers, but why I'm putting up numbers is because the pressure that these guys are putting on the opposing team. So I mean, having a guy like Angus back and having Victor Robbins and Charlie Barton and just all the guys that are out there that's been working hard, and even the freshmen. It's freeing me up for a lot more shots because teams can't just key on me because we have so many weapons. So, I mean, yeah, I might put up some points sometimes, but it's really because of them and because they're getting me open.
Think you can lead the conference or maybe be up there in the nation in terms of scoring this year? I know it's not a goal of yours, but
I mean, whatever I have to do for the team. I mean, I don't think that's not really something that I'm really thinking about. What I'm thinking about is getting wins. So, I mean, if that's what I got to do to get wins, then so be it. But I want to get wins. If I have to average 10 points and 10 assists, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm a winner, and I want to do what's best for the team.